Hi, everybody. This is Mark Lowry, and you're watching The Mark Lowry Show, number 50. Gloria Gaither put together a book several years ago entitled What My Parents Did Right. I wrote a chapter in it. I don't own the book. I'm 48 years old and my memory doesn't serve me well anymore, but I think I said the thing my parents did right was they believed in me. I still think that is one of the things they did right. My parents always encouraged me to succeed. If I sang, they never said you could have sung better. If I wrote something, they thought it was Shakespeare. Yes, they believed in me, to a fault. I can't trust them to tell me what I need to hear when I write a lyric, because they, like me, think all my ugly children are as wonderful as my beautiful kids. My lyrics are my kids. I was telling a friend today that one of the things my parents did right was the assurance they gave me that they would love each other in the morning. I've never gone to bed worried that they might not love each other when I woke up the next day, and the thought never crossed my mind that they could ever stop loving me. As I've said somewhere in some other book, people couldn't chop down enough trees and make enough paper and write enough notes and pin them to my lapel, reminding me and telling my parents all the bad things I'd done in school to cause my parents to stop loving me. My parents think my poop doesn't stink, but it does. After much protest from me, my mother is writing a book about me. I told her, don't make me a trophy. I'm not done yet. And if you're going to write this book, we're going to show our scars. Nobody helps anybody by showing their trophies. But if they show their scars, they can help everybody. And I told her, I want the last word in every chapter. She sweetly submitted. It was the first time. Okay. It was the first time she ever submitted to me. The hyper-creative one. And then Mama writes her introduction and she says some things and then I just kind of challenge her. That's what I've done all my life and she's done it to me. The difference is this time I get the last word. So this is what I wrote after Mama's intro. God has no standards. He can use anybody. Just look at the two he chose to raise his son. A 13-year-old girl and a man we know little about. They weren't perfect parents by a long shot. Have you ever lost one of your kids for 2 days before you thought to look for him? Well, they did. They were 2 days into their journey home from Jerusalem when it dawned on them to look for Jesus. And you thought you were a lousy parent because you lost your kid in Walmart for 20 minutes. Listen, God can use anybody. When Mom started traveling around the world, U.S. and Canada, but when you're 70, that's world enough. Speaking in conferences, I asked her if she had anything to say to the single people. She says in her introduction of this book, and I quote, "The father gives the discipline and the mother gives the love," unquote. I say, blah, 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 blah. I got both from both. I was loved by them both, and I got my rear end torn up by both. Unfortunately, there are many single parents who must give both the discipline and the love. It can be done. Of course, it's easier with two parents, but even then, it's not a perfect scenario. At best, it's broken because we live in a broken world. We can only do our best, and my mom and dad did their best, but it wasn't the Cleavers, who, by the way, are the original dysfunctional family. I never saw my mom wearing pearls while doing laundry, and I bet you didn't either. Yes, it's easier with two parents, but it can be done by one. It can be done by anyone who knows how to love, guide, and direct a child. Oh, by the way, I have no psych degree and no kids, but I'm right. Take it away, Mama. So that is the first chapter. It hasn't been edited yet, but you'll have to wait to read Mama's chapter. She says in there that she's got a psychological degree and she's got kids, which of course she does. But she raised me before the psychological degree. And so we're going to tell it all. We're going to be as honest as we can. She said I could say anything, and I love that. Because see, sometimes when I'm arguing with Mama, she's not listening. She's thinking about what she's going to say next. I know she is, because when she's arguing back to me, I'm not listening. I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next. So this will be an opportunity for us both to listen to each other, and it's going to be fun.